mean, it's an honor to be here amongst everybody, and thank you for letting me here. I'm going to read off of this because I'm not like really formal with speaking too often. For those of you who do not yet know who I am, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Michael Myers. I am a father of 2 beautiful daughters, and I am a working class white man who works 2 jobs, and I am also a white nationalist, and yes, a skinhead. I am well aware that some people use the term skinhead are no different than black or Mexican gang members. But what must be understood is that the reality of what it means to be a skinhead is much different. I am a member of Golden State Solidarity, formerly known as Golden State Skinheads. Known for throwing our shows in California, yet a part of much more. Renting out and booking venues, flying out bands, and booking hotels is just the tip of the iceberg. We have thrown rallies, filed for and gained permits, and dealt with the logistics of planning many successful protests. Like the National South Africa Project last year in Sacramento, the anti-illegal immigration protests in Sacramento this year, and not to mention about half a dozen or so other activism-related events in just this past year alone. This kind of real-world activism is what it truly means to be a skinhead. Not myself, nor GSS does any of these events under our crew or organizational logo, with each event and our movement as a whole being the only banner. These events are only successful due to the united effort from Kinsmen and other crews and organizations all across our nation, most of which happen to be skinheads. Within the past 3 to 5 years, shows, rallies, protests have united the skinhead scene, for the most part, like I personally have never seen before in my life. As the threat of multiculturalism grows, and especially here in California threatens to overrun our people, silently, united, and seemingly unnoticed for the most part, we are growing. And what it means to be a skinhead is evolving. True revolutionaries are being created with each passing day. For close to 30 years now, our movement has been for the most part in a constant state of stagnation, if not in a steady state of decline. Over the years, we have divided into a countless number of subgroups, subcultures, and a countless number of other organizations. Yet our struggle has remained the same, and our overall objective as a people has not changed. Unity amongst the worthy, with an emphasis on worthy, is already taking place. Our people, our way of life, and our very existence is at stake. Victory is our only option. Yet for this to truly be possible, a cohesive effort from all aspects of our movement must take place. Intellectuals, street activists, and all other white nationalists must strive to unite and take our country back. We must lose the fear of persecution, and we must wholeheartedly commit ourselves to the struggle in order to even achieve 1/10 of the necessary success of the preservation of our people. I myself am just an average blue-collar white man. I do not have all the answers. But what I do know is, if we are serious and we wish to protect and preserve our people, our children, and our future generations, then we must make real-world stands and attempt real-world changes. Activism on the street and in the political spectrum need to be as one. I would like to quote a hero of mine, Mr. Bob Matthews: 1,000 hearts, 1 beat. Defeat never, victory forever. All right. Thank you everybody for your time. Is there any questions or anything?
Yes, I have one.
Sure.
What's your favorite band?
My favorite band right now probably Unfortunate. Ready?
I just want to thank you and all the speakers that we are able to have a sense of community where we can come together and still have the freedom to have these discussions.
Thank you.
I just wanted to thank you very much that Dr. Tom Swinick was talking about how different European nations are constantly fighting amongst themselves. And the fact that you brought up that there's many different white organizations that there's a lot of infighting going on and stuff like that with between skinheads and intellectuals or whatever. That has to stop. You know, we have to unite, like you said, and I appreciate your speech very much.
I think that that will happen in time. I mean, the reality is that what the perception of is of a skinhead, obviously, most intellectual types or people that have graduated a certain class, they see the MSNBC version, and even though that's Jewish propaganda and they're supposedly white nationalists, they themselves fall for it. And I mean, honestly, you can go places and see the difference. I mean, there's people that are prison people, basically, that, you know, there's no difference from them and black and Mexican gang members, like I stated. But right now, what I see in the reality of the movement, as far as activism goes, most of these events couldn't even exist without skinheads, and most of the people on the front lines are skinheads. I mean, there's obviously a few exceptions, but for the most part, I mean, throughout the nation, you know, we play a big role, and I think we're willing to help.
I would like to thank this young gentleman, and this is what I keep saying. These are very good people. I can do my job with my pen, with my cravat, with my suit, and he can do his job, but I know firsthand these are people, these are frontmen, these are good people, and certainly they can come in handy just as we can come in handy. So folks, I'm at your service. Thank you very much.
One question in regards to getting the entire movement come together. There's one thing. I mean, I'm a devout Orthodox Christian.
Yes, sir.
The one thing that I saw, for instance, first time I went to a skinhead show, actually, a folk religionist and a traditionalist Catholic got into a fist fight over this discussion, and that struck me as being rather foolish. In regards to, of course, every single one of us has our own personal faith, but we're all here at the table fighting for, I mean, it's the 14 words, for the survival of our race. So do you see a way where, I mean, the religion issue has divided between folk religious Christians, National Socialists, all these different factions due to their belief about the afterlife, has driven us apart for so long.
Yeah.
Do you see ways we can just kind of table that issue until our extinction is off the table, essentially?
I actually have been quite successful in it. As people know, it's common in the skinhead community to be pagan or, you know, I am an Orthodox Christian myself. So I work all across the board with all kinds of different religious backgrounds, and I've been really successful. And I think what it is a mutual respect. When we come to the common ground that, you know, our people and our very existence is in danger, and, you know, you respect them, they respect you, I think it's going to work. And I think now, more time than any, is the best chance for it. I mean, there's guys on the East Coast that I talk to on a daily basis that are devout Odinists. And we joke back and forth, but it's always a mutual respect. And the more we work with each other and the more we let these barriers down, we don't let these walls distract us from achieving goals from time to time, I think that's the answer right there, you know?